Okay.
It's Brian Rose from London Real, and thank you for joining us for a very special world premiere live stream of the movie Plandemic Indoctrination on the Digital Freedom Platform. As many of you know, on April 6th of 2020, we broadcast a conversation on London Real with David Icke that became the second largest YouTube live stream in the world that day, only behind that of the President of the United States, Donald Trump. With 65,000 concurrent viewers, nearly 4 times our previous live stream with Icke, this episode was expected to reach 40 million views, making it the largest video podcast in human history. Unfortunately, just 30 minutes later, the entire live stream episode was deleted and banned on YouTube, with no explanation and no communication with us. We decided that this censorship was unacceptable and in direct conflict with our mission here at London Real, to create a mass-scale transformation of humanity into a fully empowered, conscious, and cooperative species. So we fought back and created the Digital Freedom Platform, a censorship-free, independent broadcasting system that is of the people, by the people, for the people, and available exclusively on our website at freedomplatform.tv. This was only made possible thanks to the generous donations of over 35,000 people around the world we affectionately call the London Real Army. They donated their hard-earned money so we can broadcast important ideas in an unscripted, unedited, and uncensored manner and fight back against illegal censorship from these trillion-dollar technology companies.
I feel honored that I responded. I didn't send a lot, but I sent something, and it felt very exciting to be participating in his new venture. And this is what I talk about when I talk about Delphin, is when we can, oh God, I just spilled tea over me, hot tea, when we can really recognize what we can do to make a difference in our different capacities. And as I was saying earlier, or I was saying to my granddaughter on Messenger, and she said, "Oh, Grandma, I don't know what I can do." And I said, well, find out, just become aware, lift the vibration. This is the most important thing, that every single one of us has a part to play. Milton's saying, quote, he also serves who simply stands, something like that. In other words, just by being born, we are serving. Our energy is in this pot of wonderful human energy. And it's a whole mix. So thank you, Brian, for starting this initiative.
Our supporters are fighting with us on the front lines to protect our most basic and fundamental human right, that to freedom of speech. I might not agree with everything you have to say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. The Digital Freedom Platform is now broadcast game-changing interviews with thought leaders such as Dr. Rashid Buttar, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Dr. Judy Mikovits, Nobel Prize winner Professor Michael Levitt, Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, Professor Emeritus Noam Chomsky, Dr. Andrew Wakefield, Professor Dolores Cahill, General Robert Spalding, Dr. Andrew Kaufman, and many, many more. These conversations were live-streamed, uncensored, to millions of viewers, and we are extremely proud of what we have accomplished together so far.
And I think you should be.
We have only begun. As I've said before, we are not here to take part, we are here to take over. For anybody wanting to join us and become a founding member of the Digital Freedom Platform, you can visit freedomplatform.tv/give to donate and fight with us on the front lines to protect our human rights. Today, I am very excited to be working with Mickey Willis, the director of Plandemic, and his incredible team, in order to live stream to the world this game-changing film. Can everyone watching now please share this link via the sidebar to any and all of your social media channels? Let me repeat that. Can everyone watching please share this link now via the sidebar to any and all of your social media channels? This is important. Simply ask your friends and family to give us 15 minutes, and then they can decide. Your share could make a real difference to the outcome in these very challenging times. I make this pledge to you now, that none of Plandemic Indoctrination or anything else we stream will be edited, censored, removed, or banned. watch the full version free at freedomplatform.tv/movie. On a personal note, these past few months have been some of the most challenging of my entire life. My reputation has been questioned in the press, my business is under threat, and my basic human right to express myself is being denied every single day. But this has also been the most empowering time of my life, with millions of people from around the world rising up and voicing their support for our movement.
This is why what he says is so true, because if you stand up and speak out, you are, if you like, a target to be shot down. Now, this isn't egotistical. This is like, if you're speaking the truth, and then they've got to shut you up if they're going to continue with their lies and their deceit. And I'm talking about the one world satanic order, the New World Order. And it's not going to be the New World Order. This is what they're trying to bring in. They won't do it. They won't do it as long as everyone, in one way or another, whether it's through smiling and being joyful, or actually doing like Brian Rose has done, setting up this amazing freedom platform, or anything else like that, they will not succeed. Because when the people wake up, they can't succeed. There's only a 1% of them approximately, and 99% of us. So it's ridiculous to even think that they will. But they will if good men, metaphorically speaking, do nothing. And we can all categorize ourselves, or a high percentage of people can, as being good men and good women, caring, wanting a better world for our children. And those people that don't need to be questioned seriously. I've caught him right in mid-speak.
As a result, I have never been so steadfast in my convictions to fight for these basic, fundamental human rights, to freedom of speech and freedom of the press. And that is why we are broadcasting here today. At London Real, we have been a platform for free speech since 2011, and I am excited to exclusively live stream the world premiere of Plandemic Indoctrination right now. Before we start, please share this link via the sidebar to all of your social media accounts. Your single post could make the difference in our battle against the tyranny of censorship. Thank you, and enjoy the film.
Good for him. I do admire him.
On behalf of our center and our partners, the World Economic Forum and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to our audience here in New York, as well as our larger virtual audience participating online today. The Event 201 scenario is fictional. Today's scenario is going to simulate meetings of a multi-stakeholder group called the Pandemic Emergency Board.
We're at the start of what's looking like it will be a severe pandemic. And there are problems emerging that can only be solved by global business.
So we're right in the film now.
There's been some conspiracy theories that are around about the potential that pharmaceutical companies or the UN have released this for their own benefit.
And maybe this is a time for us to showcase some cases where we are able to bring forward some bad actors and leave it before the courts to decide whether they have actually spread some fake news.
A new coronavirus. Infected people got a respiratory illness with symptoms ranging from mild flu-like signs to severe pneumonia.
In related news, a significant demand for personal protective equipment like N95 masks and gloves are on the rise. Patients are overwhelming healthcare facilities. People are avoiding public spaces out of fear of infection and in compliance with public health recommendations. Our U.S. affiliate has just released polling results on public expectations for a vaccine, and 65% of those polled are eager to take the vaccine, even if it's experimental.
I'm not optimistic about having the vaccine in time to be ready.
Right, what it says at the top, you might not be able to read it, a scripted simulation, October 2019, 5 months prior to the pandemic. Okay, so these are actors, a scripted simulation. Remember that, guys and girls.
Live on during this pandemic.
With enough money and political will, anything is possible.
Penalties have been put in place for spreading harmful falsehoods, including arrests.
If the solution means controlling and reducing access to information, I think it's the right choice.
What exactly are the risks and benefits of staying home from work? Absolutely, we need to save lives, but we literally cannot afford a heavy-handed response that suffocates our economy.
The world saw large-scale protests and in some places riots. This led to violent crackdowns in some countries and even martial law. The public
Very interesting. This is really interesting to watch this.
lost trust in their respective administration. Economists say the economic turmoil caused by such a pandemic will last for years.
You know what is very interesting is this is a scripted simulation. Now, think about it. How will some of those actors and actresses feel when they realize they've been involved in one of the most evil hoaxes on the planet? And they probably don't know anything about karma. They probably don't know anything about spiritual consciousness. And they will wonder what's hit them at some point.
Societal impacts, the loss of faith in government, the distrust of news, and the breakdown of social cohesion could last even longer. We have to ask,
All these people are being paid.
did this need to be so bad?
On May 4th, 2020, as part of a documentary series called Plandemic, I released an interview featuring science whistleblower, Dr. Jude Mikovits. The interview received fierce backlash for spreading what the media declared dangerous conspiracy theories. As a father and a veteran media producer, there was no way that I would release harmful information into the world during a moment as vulnerable as now.
She is a wonderful, wonderful woman who's had the courage, who's been in jail, to speak her truth.
I had known Dr. Judy for 2 years before filming her interview. I read her book, then thoroughly researched and vetted her story. After interviewing her legal team, former colleagues, and people who have known her for decades, one thing I can say without question is, Judy Mikovits is one of the most honest, caring, and courageous women I've ever known. Why then would the most powerful forces of big tech, politics, media, and medicine go to such extreme measures to silence her voice all over the world? And why did all of the debunkers invest so much ink and airtime defaming Dr. Judy's character while avoiding very real revelations pertaining to patents, conflicts of interest, and the deadly corruption pervading our global health organizations? To get to the bottom of these questions, as well as many others, I've spent the last several weeks interviewing scholars from all over the world, among them top doctors, distinguished scientists, and Nobel laureates. I also sat down with Dr. Judy for a follow-up interview and to give her the opportunity to respond to critics. You can see that full interview on the Plandemic website. While you're there, make sure to dive down the rabbit hole, where you'll find additional videos, documents, and scientific studies that support the claims and perspectives put forth in the Plandemic series. Here are a few highlights from my follow-up interview with Dr. Judy. What do you have to say to the people who have tried to minimize your involvement with HIV by stating that you were at the bottom of the totem pole, 13th author of a 13-member group of scientists?
Well, the 13th author is the senior author, so that means